This is an AEROGAMI paper airplane. I, for the last few months, have been thinking of revisiting something that I happily occupied myself with in the early 90s in Denver. It was a whole new type of paper airplane that I feel I invented that I collectively called AEROGAMIs. The concept is to have them be truly functionally aerodynamic. They have an airfoil cross-section to the wing. They're very, very rigid, partly because of the creases that I add to the wings, which add a tremendous amount of tensile strength. I came up with about 300 designs. I sold hundreds of them at the Denver Botanic Gardens festivals back then, which helped keep the bills paid in the wintertime, because I was a landscaper back then. This is a base model I just made for a friend here in the Bay Area who's teaching me how to make radio-controlled airplanes from scratch. This is one of my favorite reliable designs. You'll notice that the vertical stabilizer is in the nose. Back when I came up with this concept, I simply copied a proposal of a European space shuttle that they called the HOTL, H-O-T-O-L, which I think stood for horizontal takeoff and landing. It was never built. But I noticed when they released the sketches that they had the so-called tail fin in the nose, and I tried it, and what I discovered is this plane, if I put the tail fin back where it so-called belongs, it's much, much more inclined to stall when it's thrown. But if you put it near the nose, it not only looks cool as all get out, it greatly, greatly reduces the likelihood of stalling. All my designs have true flaps at the back, so you can control pitch, nosedive, etc. If you have one higher than the other, you can get loop-de-loops. The underside shows the basic folds for most of the designs. Actually, I learned the folds from a little boy one day. I was jogging there in Denver, and I'd been folding paper airplanes the same way since childhood in Michigan, and he showed me what for me was a new way, and it changed everything. To make the plane stiffer, when I'm all done, I put a drinking straw in the body, staple it shut, and you end up with an airplane that's remarkably rigid and can fly great distances. You'll see the nose is folded in on itself, and so that makes it much better for nose landings. When I left the corner poking out, it would, after a few impacts, get frayed. Here's a rear view, so you can see the airfoil curvature to the wings. I've been really thinking for quite some time of revisiting something that I backburnered, gosh, probably 15 years ago. It's fun as hell to make. I want to go back to selling them again for additional income. I'm thinking of $7 a piece, since back then I got $5 a piece for them. It's going to be fun sharing with people the different designs as I re-examine them. I kept all the base prototypes since there was too many to memorize. But I thought it'd be fun to share with folks this first one I've made in ages that I'm going to give to my friend, who I think will get a great kick out of it because he's somebody who fully appreciates aerodynamic principles. This double delta type is the kind I used to make for kids or adults who felt they had very poor airplane flying skills. You toss it and the doggone thing does fly. I always tell people the rule is when you go to pick it up is to pick it up by the nose. You'll see the nose is very, very rigid. Very rigid. A lot of people would ruin them by picking them by the back where it's only one sheet of paper thick. The other rule is to keep them dry, to not throw them and let them land on, say, wet grass. Well, enjoyed sharing this, what's going to be a fun revisitation of a life era as I close in on 57. And I'll look forward to posting more videos of some of the other designs I have made and will be making. Have a good day, y'all. Bye-bye.